Hello, happy new moon. It is new moon in Scorpio, November 2015, and today I'm going to be doing some rereading, and we're going to be doing our monthly rereading event. I'll tell you more about that in a second if you have not joined us before. If you have, welcome to the replay of this event because I didn't have any time to spread the word. In fact, lately I've had so little time, I skipped my full moon event after doing many of these in a row, both new moon and full moon, since the summer. And that's a good streak, and I broke it. And we're going to talk about breaking streaks and dropping the ball today. And I'm feeling like it's a good time of year, being November, to try to set the intention today in this time to reread some goals maybe that we wrote down at the beginning of the year, to see where we are with that. If we can find some old lists or journals or workbooks or worksheets or something in this time together and reread that. As well, we'll be rereading our journals. If you've been writing in a notebook or a journal or somewhere else and you thought to yourself, hey, when am I going to reread this? Or I really need to reread this. Well, this is the time for that. This is the time when you can finally do that rereading that is so needed. And maybe that spirit coming through you and saying, hey, hello, Sofia, message from your higher self, like there's something really important that you're going to reread, or you're going to have an aha moment when you reread this. And if we never actually follow through and do the rereading, we're never going to get the insight. So it's really important to make a time in our calendar where we can reread and just finally be receptive to whatever message is trying to come through from those amazing things that we have already done, already written, already created. And now it's time to do some adjusting or some refining or some tweaking. I really love the energy of the new moon. Honestly, I'm beginning to prefer it to the full moon because it's just so effortless to just recycle things and to lean on those practices and structures and supports that we already have in place and to just dive in, take some time within and for ourselves, looking inward and being a little quiet and clearing the slate of the past so we can create something new. And this is a theme that's been really, really key for me. November, clearing the slate, clearing the past so we can create something new. And I'm actually right in the middle of a self-forgiveness challenge that I pose for myself and for my audience. Anyone who would like to join me, but especially those writers and creators that want to create something new, maybe in your business or in a book. But there's something coming up that is causing procrastination and resistance and just not a lot of follow through and the timeline that you'd like. You'd like to be making faster progress. Well, I think one of the fastest things that we can do for ourselves to create a shift in our life, our creativity, our business, wherever, is forgive the past. Forgive the past mistakes, forgive the past things that weren't done, that were done. Whatever it is, there's probably something under the surface there. And I think that we all can forgive a lot. So it's my challenge to you, if you care to join me for that, that we forgive one thing a day. And it's been building momentum. Today's the 10th. I've done it at least 9 times in a row every day, following the instructions that I provide in a free PDF and 30-minute video that you can sign up for below this video in the YouTube description, or go to my site, sofiawren.com. But this is an amazing practice. And November, we're getting towards the end of the year now, and I think this is a good time to start preparing for the new year. I do a lot of intuitive readings, as I will be doing today for myself later. And one of the things I do for my clients is sort of like a year ahead reading, like a intuitive success plan for the year ahead, so that they can start to prepare and make sure that what they have in mind is going to really fit the energy of the year ahead, and that they're going to not waste any time or energy fighting what's really looking like it's going to unfold for them. And so they can get aligned with it and they can make the best out of it. And they can also be the most receptive to the good things that are probably going to be coming towards them. And that alignment shift is another thing. It's that kind of energy work that I've been using with clients lately as well. And it's been really exciting helping people with their interviews, videos, their challenges for their communities, for their business, their writing, their have been their classes. There have been a lot of projects I've been assisting others with and writing my book too. And this forgiveness challenge has just been so needed. And I'm getting good feedback that people are really ready to let go of the past and create something new. So we're going to be doing some reviewing first, because to let go of the past, we really need to honor it. Okay, it's not just like whitewashing it, because then it's still there. So let's take some time now together to get a little centered. I'm going to be inviting in the elements, the 5 elements, as I do every ceremony, sacred writing ceremony. So that way we are in touch and in tune with all the elements of our lives, of the situation, of ourselves, all of the different pieces that make up the whole of our experience. We're going to invite those in so we make sure we don't miss anything in our review. And we're really going to trust that we're going to be seeing and entering the right books and libraries and records that we need to at this time. And as the book priestess, I will facilitate this for you, but it will be really helpful to you if you took a moment right now and you set an intention of something you would like to feel, receive, own, do, or have at the end of this time together, where it's going to be about 40 minutes or so, just a really small slice of time to make it more accessible to you to reread. So go ahead, I'm going to take a moment of silence. Let's all set our intention for this time. Okay, it's my intention to get clear on my goals for 2016. Or as clear as I need to be right now at this moment in time, or something better. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a second here to put on some music, actually. So if you need a second to go grab a book or something, go for it. Okay, so right now, got some crystal bowls going on. And I'd like to invite all of our guidance today to create a really safe space for us to explore within and to share messages that we need to hear right now to give us clarity and insight or something better, and to make us feel comfortable and warm and loved and connected to all that is. I invite in the element of air, element associated with the east direction, bringing in new insight, clarity, dawning, realizations, and awakenings, so that we can position ourselves forward in time in the most effective, productive, and fulfilling way for us and our spirit. This or something better. Welcome, air. I invite in the element of the south, element of fire, passion, drive, motivation, willpower. And I invite fire to enliven us and our spirits today, to help us to remember what we're really passionate about, what we're really here for, and to give us the energy that we need to be alert and awake and present to everything that we require to be present to in this time. This or something better. And thank you for giving us the energy to move forward in our goals. And I also invite element of water. Welcome, fire. Water is the element of the West, the element of emotions and cycles And we honor the cycles, the ups and downs of life. We honor the emotions, all the different shapes and sizes. And we release judgment that will prevent us from healing. Thank you for allowing us to get clear on what we need to support our own emotional well-being and our well-being on all levels, and helping us to release expectations and go with the flow. Thank you for inspiring us constantly with drips and drops of inspiration. Thank you, and welcome, water. And now to the north, the element of earth, I invite in the element of resources and structures and security, of money and wealth and prosperity, of hidden treasures and resources we didn't even really realize that we have, ones from the past, ones from the future, helping us to create bridges that connect us to receiving and appreciating and enjoying what we have, being grateful for all that we have and more that is coming to us. Thank you for supporting us and having solidity and structure in our life to support all of our creations and our beautiful experiences. This or something better. Welcome, Earth. And now I invite the heavens, the celestial presence of the divine, which goes in many shapes and sizes, many faces of the divine. Whatever resonates with you is welcome for the highest good of all life. Angels, God, Goddess, Universe, whatever name speaks to you, your higher self, intellect, wisdom, knowledge, inspiration. The most holy of holy things present in the everyday. Thank you for joining us in this time and guiding our hands, guiding our eyes, guiding our words and our actions now and forevermore for the highest good of a life. Thank you for guiding us on our path and purpose as we move into the end of the year and into next. Thank you for your guidance today so that we can see and understand everything that we need in this time for something better. So, welcome, Spirit. If you imagine you're in a circle and all around you are people holding your hand, and they gently give you a squeeze and they let go. So here we all are alone in the different places all over the world, and we here are together reading our own writing to understand ourselves better, to understand our path better, to remember who we are, and to know where we're going. It'll only be a brief time today, but I invite you to take this time for yourself and take it seriously, to turn off your cell phones, to avoid dilly-dallying on Facebook and other social media, and just be present here. It's your time, and it's so beneficial. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 15 minutes on the clock. I'm going to use my phone as a timer. And for this first round, we're going to do 2 rounds of 15 minutes. And in that time, we're going to find out everything that we need to find out. We're going to reread everything we need to reread right here today. And then we're going to call it a day. So it's a very short amount of time, but what's important is that we take this time. And I find it's easiest to take that time when I have the structure of a rhythm of doing this every new moon. Even if I don't create anything new, there's always more to reread. So I'm going to be putting on a timer for 15 minutes to guide us, support us, and just chunking this down a small little bite. And when we're done, I will let you know so that you can take a little break if you like, and then we'll begin again. So this first one, feel free to reread a journal or anything that you've been meaning to reread or you want to reread right now. Whatever you feel guided to, trust that. And you can even pick up something and drop it and pick up something else in this time. It doesn't need to be all one thing. But the second round, if we can, do some rereading of goals. You know, by the second round, if we can fit that into this time today, I think that'd be really productive to plan out, to start thinking about next year. Okay, so I'm going to start the clock, and I'm diving into a notebook that just happened to fall as I was setting up this webinar. So let's see what's in here. Feel free to leave me a comment if you like about aha moments and things like that that you notice. Some people don't cut journals, but I do when I feel called. Okay, everybody, we just got a few seconds to wrap up the 15-minute block we just did. Okay, so we just wrapped that up. So you can do some stretching, some bodying, maybe a little reflecting. If you want to leave me a comment, please feel free, or ever send me an email. You can do that at my name is spelled Sofia at sofiawren.com. Or you can go to sofiawren.com and click contact, and you can send me a message. So I wanted to just take a second to say that this was really good. You know, it's funny reading something from years ago and just being like, that just sounds so much like me now. You know, like versus like when you're really young and you're finding yourself, but when you can get to the point of reading something and like, that sounds like me, you know? Sounds like I liked to be, let's see what I got here. I liked the idea of partnering with people and feeling visible and respected by them. It's funny because that's really what I aim to help others with, is to feel visible and respected by people, because they put themselves out there creatively and they're putting out who they really are, as a writer, as a business person, as a creator, spreading the love. And I just underlined a few things that they still resonate with me so much. Being a real person, being more out there, you know, when people know you and what you stand for, what you believe. It's really cool. I also found something I want to forgive myself for, because I felt weird about, I wrote, I'm grateful for validation. And I feel weird about that, because it just has a weird energy for me. So actually something I did in my journal was I made a little sheet of all the things I want to forgive. So it might be helpful to you to make a little forgiveness list. If you want to take my challenge, then we can work through that. And it gives you some ideas of what you can start to forgive every day, one thing a day. As you read, you might notice something that you still have some energy around that you want to let go. So that totally relates to my forgiveness challenge. If you want to take it with me, all November. And I did start reading some of my goals and stuff, or things I just want, even adding a few. So I feel good about that. How do you feel? If you want to pause this video, go grab something and come back, totally do, but please come back, and together we're going to do another 15 minutes. And I'm going to start that now because I got to run. Actually, I need to run. So I'm going to do 10 minutes, 10 more minutes. And this time, it'd be great if you have a sheet of paper with you that you can start to jot notes down about your goals for next year, or just having a place where you can kind of maybe collect a few thoughts or words that pop out, you know, so you can take that with you and when we're done, and remember those aha moments. So I'm going to look for some of my goal lists if I can find them. Oh. Okay, I found something. I'm just going to go with whatever I find. Not be a perfectionist about it, because I can do that, and I already forgave myself. Oh, and I just opened it up, so I'm going to look at what I wrote. Whatever this page is. starting a list of things I really wanted to do this year that I have not done yet. Okay, we are wrapping up now. I have another appointment I have to run to. This has been really fun. Thank you so much for joining me for this event. It's very low key, I know, and I hope that this inspires you to keep rereading and thinking about your year. Maybe pick up where we left off at another time. You can always rewatch this replay to get some more of that juicy, safe space and energy around you to inspire you. And please, if you're interested, sign up for the Self-Forgiveness Challenge. You can get started right away, anytime, even beyond November 2016 and 15. Already thinking ahead. You can join us anytime, and it's really a personal journey of having more compassion for mistakes of the past, so that way you can be more open and inspired and creative to create something new in the future. And don't we all want that? So thank you again. I want to thank all of our guides and guardians and the source and spirit of all the elements, including the fifth element, and our own higher selves for guiding us today on this journey. And please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and sign up for the Forgiveness Challenge, so that way you can receive notifications of my future events as well. And look forward to putting on more free lunar sacred rating ceremonies. So ta-ta from Sofia Wren. Mwah. Okay, really this time. Bye-bye. Mwah.